Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Colossal Chromedome by NECA, and I can't wait to get this guy opened up and added to my Ninja Turtle shelf. This is brand new and starting to hit Target store shelves right now as of the time of this recording. Again, it is a Target exclusive and it retails for approximately $40. So here we have, again, I love this NECA box style where it looks like it could be the cover to a VHS. And again, I don't know if it's exactly like if there was ever a VHS with this cover on it, but this artwork style, this is something like exactly like you would have seen back then. Even the NECA logo is made to look like the old FHE logo that was on those old tapes. So I absolutely love that about these packages. So we've got the Turtles logo up here. We've got chromedome all sized up in giant form right there, because chromedome was one of those guys that could make himself gigantic. He's holding April right there, right above the city. You see that fire background there, and then the Turtles looking up, wondering how they're going to save April. Very, very cool artwork going around the side. We just got, again, the NECA looking like the FHE logo, Turtles logo, Colossal Chromedome, Volume 6. They really do go out to make these look like the VHS covers. Back here, you've got a short bio. We'll zoom that in right there if you want to read that. And then, of course, we've got some really cool screenshots, actually. This looks like it might be a screenshot from the actual, one of the episodes where Chromedome showed up, because you can see Chromedome right there, Casey Jones, and I forget the name of he called himself the Fifth Turtle, but right now I don't remember what his name was. And then down here, we've got some shots of the actual toy that we've got inside Chromedome right there, and some various poses, and even holding Michelangelo right there. Going back to the front, we've got this window flap right here. So again, we got a really nice picture of Chromedome right there in a very cool pose. And again, over here on this side, we've got that window. We can actually see the figure that we're getting inside. So that is about it for the packaging. Let's get this guy opened up and check it out. And here we have Chromedome out of the package and shown with everything included. And this is an impressive, beautiful, beautiful figure. Comes with a lot of accessories, so let's get right to it. We're going to set Chromedome off to the side for now. And as always, we're going to start right here with the background. So, of course, we always get these really cool, like diorama style backgrounds that we can use with these NECA figures. And I really appreciate that they put these in. I don't have the room for them, but it's very cool that they put them in, because if you want to do some dioramas or some displays or anything like that, you can absolutely use these. This looks like this is the Technodrome. You got some controls right there. You can see that that circle right there on the floor. You've got some controls, and then a big screen right here with some mechanical details in the background there. And of course, in the screen, we can see the Channel 6 building. So it looks like we're in the Technodrome, just kind of looking out. So there's that. If you want to use it for your display, we'll set the figure here in the center real quick. We'll concentrate on the accessories. Lots of accessories with this guy. So we've got, of course, we've got this computer. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't remember the episode with Chromedome. I'm rewatching the original series right now with my daughter, and we haven't gotten to this episode yet. So I don't remember the episode with Chromedome. I don't remember how the computer kind of goes into this, or how it fits into the story. It looks to be the same or very similar computer to the one that came with Baxter. Maybe it painted a little different, but other than that, yeah, it's just your old IBM style desktop vintage computer right there. So you've got that. We've got his two swords right here. So one is just a little bit longer than the other. And let me bring these up close so you can see them. Very cool. Very, very nicely detailed. Check that out. And they're pretty much identical. other than one is just a little bit longer than the other. So there you go. Very, very nicely detailed right there. We've also got his handgun. Let's show that off. There you go. Very nicely detailed as well. And then, of course, we have a variety of hands so that we can hold all of the different accessories. So we've got these hands that he has right now, which are the hands that are shown in the package holding the turtle. So you could probably maybe grab one of the turtles, and it looks like, yeah, those hands are going to fit right around his arms right there. So you can make some poses of him holding him up and grabbing him like that. So that's really cool. We'll bring Raph back in a minute for comparisons, but there you go. So those are the hands that he has in the package. He's also got two of these, I'm going to call these the karate chopping hands. So there you go. So these are just his fighting hands right there. So that's what you can do that with those hands right there. He's got two solid fists right there, also for fighting. So there you go. And then he's got two semi-open fists. And these are the ones that you're going to want to use if you want to pose them holding swords. And we'll show all of this off here in a moment. So let's get him holding some swords. Am I doing that right? Yeah, there you go. The weapons I've found are a little difficult to get into his hands, but there you go. So those are his. Let's just do it now. We'll pop these off so you can see how that works. And we'll just pop these hands right on. And that's one thing I absolutely love about these NECA figures. So there you go. If you want to have him holding his swords, you can just use those hands right there. Very cool. Now, we'll go ahead and take these off. If you want to store these on the figure itself, all you got to do is just slide them right into his little scabbard right there. And then we'll take this one as well. And yeah, like I said, these are very, very tight. And we'll put that one in there. I don't think that there we go. I didn't have them in all the way off. Of course, there we go. And that's how those are going to fit onto his belt. Very cool. Finally, we showed off his gun, but there is one more fist to show, or one more hand to show, and this is his gun hand. This one is super tight, so you got to kind of separate the fingers and try to get the gun in here sideways. And I've done this once or twice already, and it is super scary every time I do it. But you can get him in a pose where you're not helping me, Chromedome. You're not helping me with my review. There we go. So you're going to want to try and get the gun in there sideways like so. Once you get it in there, then you can turn it and work that trigger finger into the trigger itself, just like that. And now we can go ahead and remove this hand, and we'll pop this hand in. And now you can have Chromedome holding his gun just like that. So you've got a lot of display options with this figure. And again, I can't say it enough. This is an absolutely beautiful figure. If you want to get that the gun out of his hand, again, you're going to want to turn it sideways and then just kind of work the handle out. And then he can also store the gun on his belt. So there's a little port right there on this side. There's a little peg on the side of this belt right here. So you can go ahead and peg the gun right there, so he'll have it holstered right on his belt, ready for the next time he uses it. And it looks like we got to work that in a little bit. Yeah, as it's common with these NECA figures, usually a lot of these joints tend to be a little tight at first out of the box, and you just kind of got to work with them. So that gun is probably going to fall while I do this next part right here. So here we have Chromedome himself. Let's move all of this stuff out of the way. And let's take a look at Chromedome himself. This is a beautiful and impressive looking figure. He stands approximately 11 inches tall. He's enormous. This is by far, currently, at least for my collection, and I don't have a complete NECA collection by any means, but in my collection right now, I believe this is the biggest figure that I've got. He's even bigger than Krang, which is really saying something. I thought Krang was enormous, and then I got this guy. Just look at him. You'll see him in comparisons here in a moment. But yeah, so there's Chromedome looking absolutely fantastic. The black and the white details are really, really nice, accented by all these little blues and reds right here. And then I love the way, I told you that gun was going to fall off. I love the way that they've done a little bit of cell shading on his armor as well. He was, you know, supposed to be chrome, right? So that kind of makes him look like he's shining somewhat. Love that cell shading effect that they've done with him. Going all the way around so you can see all the details. He's got those wings right here in the back. He's got that Shredder style helmet right there. He was supposed to be, you know, he was created to be like a cybernetic or a robotic version of Shredder. So he is going to have some similarities in design to Shredder. He's supposed to. Very, very cool figure. Absolutely beautiful. Let's check out some articulation. Head is on a ball joint. You can look up and down. You can do some inquisitive tilting, and he can turn side to side. Looks like we've got universal pin joints on the shoulder, so you can go forward and backwards all the way around. You got to work your way around those wings back there. You've got in and out, rotation at the bicep, a double hinge at the elbow, and of course you saw the pin at the wrist so that we can rotate and we can also turn his hands in and out. We got a very, very small range of motion right here at the mid-torso. Probably a ball joint, and then we've got a swivel right there at the waist. The legs can go forward that way. They don't go far a whole lot. Okay, so they're on a ball joint. So that tells us that. They're on a ball joint. So they can kick forward that far. They can't go back very far because of this butt plate right here. They can also go in and out. Do we have rotation? We got a limited rotation because of the ball joint right there. So we can turn at the thigh as well. Again, we have a double joint at the knee. Nothing at the calf right there, and then the feet can go tilt forward and backwards, and they can, oh, okay, check that out. So he got an ankle rocker too, so you can do wide stances with him as well. That's very cool. All right, so not the level of articulation that I was expecting. I was hoping there should be, I was hoping they would put some rotation here, either at the ankle or at the top of the boot right there, but that's fine. As such as it is, you can still rotate him enough at the thigh to where you can get some nice stances out of him. So, yeah, that looks really, really nice. So, let's see. I want to get him. I don't know if I want to pose him with the gun or with the swords, to be honest with you. Let's pose him with the gun again. I really kind of wanted to get this gun holstered on his belt. This belt is separate piece. It looks like, yep, he's got two little rubber pegs right there, so you can separate those if you want to take the belt off. Honestly, I don't know what you would want to. But it's there if you want to do it. I really kind of want to work this in here to get it pegged in properly. But I think, I don't know if I want to pose him holding one of my extra turtles, or if I want to pose him holding his gun, because I kind of like the way he looks holding his gun as well. So you've got options with this guy, which is really, really, really nice. I've decided I want to do it with the gun. So I'm going to do this. I don't want him falling over with those swords sheathed right there. So let me get this gun back on him again. And again, this is just super scary. So this is probably the last time I'm going to do that. There we go. And then let's just get him in a very cool pose, and we'll do some comparisons. So let's bring him right here. There is some paint flaking, but I don't know where it's coming from. Like, I've got little flakes of black paint on my desk right here. I wonder if it's coming from the hands, from inside the hands as I'm popping these on and off. Yep, that's where it's coming from. It's coming from inside of the joint right there. So that's actually not necessarily a bad thing, because these joints, sometimes in the past, I've had NECA figures where the removable joints for the hands have been so tight that you run the risk of breaking the peg when you're changing the hands. So the paint flaking off is just an indicator that it's going to get a little loose. And as you see, I've had no difficulties changing these hands out. So that's actually a good thing. Let's do a couple of comparisons. I talked about Krang. So up until this point, I think Krang was the biggest figure that I had, not counting the movie-style Super Shredder. We're talking animated right here. I think Krang was the biggest figure that I had, and you can see that chromedome right here absolutely towers over Krang. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's also bring in Raphael one more time so you can see these guys side by side. And yeah, that is very imposing. That looks so awesome. right there. And then finally, we're also going to, of course, compare him to the original. I almost said G1. I always say G1 when referring to original figures. You know, leave it to a Transformers guy, right? But here he is with the original vintage chromedome. You can see all the similarities and all the differences. Of course, you know, he's meant to look like he did in the actual cartoon, where the figures kind of did a little bit of their own thing back in the day. So they didn't always necessarily look exactly like their cartoon counterparts. But there you go. Yeah, so there's the two of them together. This is such a beautiful figure. I've been really looking forward to getting this guy. I'm going to be playing around with him and just kind of experimenting with his poses and just kind of figure out a really cool way to display him. And I cannot wait to add him to my turtle display. Very, very cool. And I think that about does it for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Colossal Chromedome figure by NECA. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there. If you want to hit on that, I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.